So here we are now in the chapter 5, lesson designing, and we are going to discuss the lesson 1 and lesson 2. So first, we are going to discuss the lesson plan, lesson 1, which is the lesson designing in multi-grade teaching. So, lesson design, it is a blueprint for the teachers or template for facilitating a lesson. So the lesson design, it is the heart of effective teaching because it is a major pillar of educational structures and educational structures and the center of learning. Because the lesson design contains the objectives or what students should be able to learn, and also the method of delivery and procedure, or how will the objectives will be fulfilled, and also the assessment and the methodology, or how will the objectives were met. So the most important aspect of educational process is the lesson plan or lesson design. So next is we have the multi-grade lesson design. So this everybody read.
Consists of details pertaining to the lesson, the outcomes that will be addressed by the grade levels, the method that will be used, which involves differentiation and groupings, and the materials and activities that will be included to engage and assessment the students.
The multi-grade lesson design, it is a creative process that allows teachers to map out the curriculum goals into tasks and skills. So, the multi-grade lesson design, it is the continuity of learning and the integrations of skills and knowledge into the multi-grade curriculum. So, furthermore, the multi-grade lesson design, it is served as a tool for evaluation the performance of students, as well as the effectiveness of the methodology and the materials instructional approach utilized. So the multi-grade lesson design can lead to an multi-grade effective learning environment. So there are some benefits of effective lesson designing. So first, please everybody.
It organizes the thoughts of a teacher and coordinates his or her ideas well.
Teaching and learning. So it equips the teacher with the general outline. Of course, the teacher should create a general outline to that will serve his or her as a guide. And next is we have the because the activities and materials are prepared in proper sequence, it saves energy for both the teachers and the students. As a result, it can complete the expected tasks for both teachers and the learners, and can develop sense among the sense of orders among the learners. So next is we have it improves achievement and increase the likelihood of providing meaningful learning experiences to students. It gives the teachers the confidence to teach his facilities happy and productive learning. So of course, when you have your clear lesson plan or clear lesson designing, you can teach very well. You can teach the students effectively because you are so confident with your lesson plan. So here we are now in the lesson 2, formats and parts of the lesson design. So in multi-grade lesson design, so in a multi-grade classroom, the teachers they will filled with a planning because their time to create and to plan the and how to create the lesson plan because that is the biggest part of their job, of course. So the multi-grade lesson design, it contains the learning outcomes. Second one is students, materials, strategies, followed by the grouping, and the last one is assessment. So we're going to discuss these elements of the multi-grade lesson design. So first is we have the learning outcomes. So I know that you are all familiar about the learning outcomes, right? Because it is the yes, the objectives. So in the learning outcomes, the teacher should think what could be the what he or she wants to learn, what he or she wants the students in each grade level to learn. Or the teacher should think what could be the best appropriate intended learning outcomes that we learn by the students. So, di ba, it involves the cognitive and psychomotor
Psychomotor
and the
affective.
affective. Yes. Next is we have the students. So the teacher should analyze or to think what are the uh, what, what are the achievement academic also the physical and the emotional and personal needs of the students to be catered of. And by that, by knowing their needs, by knowing their academic, physical, and emotional and personal needs, uh, we can cater that needs for the students, and by that they can learn effectively. So next is we have the materials. So the teacher should think and plan what could be the best resources or what could be the supplies that need to be used in the lesson plan. And next is we have the strategies. So that in these strategies, the teacher should also think systematically or be innovative on what are the different strategies that he or she will going to use in the lesson design for the also for the students to learn effectively. Next is we have the grouping. So this is one of the most important in the multi-grade lesson design. So in grouping, the teacher should think, um, should I group the class into the heterogeneous or homogeneous manner, or what could be the size of the group? So I know that you're all familiar about the different grouping, right? Because that was already discussed. So what are some of the uh, different grouping? So can you give me Shani that size of grouping? Yes, that's yes.
Friendship grouping.
Interesting.
So yes, that's a different grouping that you can apply in your lesson design or the lesson plan. So next you have the assessment. So the teacher should think also what are the methods for evaluating the performance of the students, or what would be the best appropriate differentiating test that will uh, that, that will that will need by the students to participate in the class. So next is you have the part of the lesson. We have the intended learning outcome. So please everybody read.
Are statements that outline what the leaders or the manual will be able to demonstrate.
Cognitive, affective, and psychomotor as a result of learning engagement.
So the intended learning outcomes it is the objectives.
specific, measurable, attainable, result-oriented, or relevant.
So first is the specific. So the learning objectives or the objective describe can be described as the specific or the clear objectives without using a complicated language. So when you're going to create an objective, you will use the clear language and also the complicated language. Next is the measurable. So when we say the measurable, the objectives can be displayed in a certain in a tangible way. So when we say the tangible, it is like a certain or specific way. So yun nga, kailangan maging specific yung objectives mo. And then it can be assessed in the outcomes and the quality of the accomplishment can be also observed in the objectives. So next is we have the attainable. So when we say the attainable, it is the objectives can be completed within the time frame specified, and the sufficient resources should be available to use in your lesson plan. And the fourth one is the result oriented and relevant. So the objective should be relevant and must connected into the real life experiences of the students. And the last one is the time bound. The lesson plan should be done in a given time frame. So next is we have the learning content. So please everybody read the learning content.
Includes the subject matter, content, value integration, materials, and references the teacher can use to engage learning outcomes and create more interactive, interesting, and engagement learning activities.
So the learning content includes the subject matter or the content. So when we say the subject matter, it is the lesson and the topic at hand. And when we say the value integration, also the value integration should be developed and integrated into the lesson plan. And when we see the materials also, it is the supplies and resources that can be used in creating the lesson plans too, and by that the children and by that the learners will learn effectively. Then and last is the references. So it came from the book also. Book and online resources that can be used in the lesson plan. So do you have any questions? So next is we have the learning experiences. So this includes a variety of instructional methods, both traditional and authentic learning. So includes the assessments on how the methods to evaluate the performance of every learners. So the multi-grade, so there is multi-grade class strategies. So these strategies it includes this everybody reads the strategies.
Whole class teaching, group teaching, cooperative learning, peer teaching, teaching different concepts, self-directed learning, self-paced learning, project-based learning.
So is the strategies learning. So I know that you all are familiar about the teaching and learning, right? Because that was already been discussed. Tungyagi pa. So we discussed on that. So all class teaching, it is the process uh of the of the teachers and students will work together. Will work together at the same time and also in the same place. So they have the same. They focus on the learning goals. So next we have the group teaching. teaching. So it is a combining the students with the different age and different abilities in one classroom. Next is we have the cooperative learning. So the students here in cooperative learning should work together and should collaborate each others in small groups on a structured activity that's given by the teacher. So in peer teaching, it is the process of student learning that they can learn from each other. So next is you have the teaching different concept. So the different concept are the tools of knowledge that can be identified, defined, and explain, analyze, and demonstrate the real life events and elements. So next is you have the self-directed learning. So when we say the self-directed learning, it is an instructional approach by which the students take the initiative with or without help the uh, others. So it is like the children will formulate their own learning goals.
Yes.
So next is you have the center-based learning. So in this Ryan, can you give me some opinion about the center-based learning? Jessie? So the center-based learning, it is the teacher will encourage students to study and to discover the different concept where the multi learner centers where the students can participate in the center based learning. The next is we have the project based learning. So the project based learning, it is the students will learn by the projects that been provided by the teachers. So next is we have the assessment. So summative, formative, so authentic assessment. So the main goal of this assessment is to evaluate the performance or the knowledge of the learners. So do you have any clarifications of my report? Okay, thank you. Do you have any?